Hey, what's up guys? In this video I'm going to be going over a new piece of software that appeared in my inbox this morning, and it is called Alpha Forever. It is dubbed as a modular sound design environment, and it's a passion project made by two brothers. You can check it out at afmodular.com. And it's dubbed as a modular sound design environment, but I like to call it a node-based sound design environment. And this is kind of what I've been used to calling it because Unreal Engine and things like that is node-based. It's a visual way of connecting things, and you can do a lot with this plugin. It's pretty robust. So what are we looking at here? Well, what we're looking at here is the abstraction breaking down a synth into mathematical parts, different nodes, and then connecting them via these virtual cables. These virtual cables can be either MIDI or audio, MIDI data or audio. So, but at the end of the day, it's all digital. But yeah, let's hop into this. I'm not an expert. I've only been playing around with this for like 5 minutes before I decided to hit record. And yeah, I love stuff like this. So I'm gonna zoom in, and I can move around. This is the buttons are flipped from what I'm used to in the Unreal Engine. But anyway, so we have basically a bunch of these nodes already. The I1 and I2 are the inputs. We won't be needing inputs for this one, so I'm going to select it by holding Shift and then selecting those two, hitting Delete. And we want our outputs. These are left and right outputs, and these will be what we hear, which is pretty neat. So let's do a little bit of housekeeping first. I like to have when I'm working with things like this, I want to have a mixer. So we all kind of know what a mixer looks like. I'll just right click, type it in, 4-line mixer, and this is what I'll connect things to. My output will be connected to both outputs here, and yeah, this is our little mixer that we're going to be plugging things into. It's very useful. So let's go back over here. So this is MIDI, our MIDI input. P, V, G, and B. What does this mean? Well, we can hit T and it'll tell us. So MIDI is our note pitch. So MIDI data will send pitch to whatever it is. It could be an oscillator, an LFO, something else, an ADSR, or anything that accepts data. Velocity, a floating point number between 0 and 1. Gate, which is either 0 or 1, off and on, Boolean. Super fun. And then the pitch bend information from your pitch bend. Basic stuff. It's been around since before I was born. And MIDI is very versatile and useful. Super fun. So we need a sound generator first, which is an oscillator. So let's go right click and we'll go to oscillators. We got LFOs and we got oscillators, which are basically, they're both oscillators. I'm going to go oscillator multi. This is a multi-oscillator, which has a number of different shapes. But what it comes down to is basically connecting the dots. So I want my note pitch, I want my MIDI input to connect to note pitch, tell what pitch to play, velocity, how hard it is, and then gate. So that is basically the three things that you connect for that. So what else does a synth have? Well, it has an amplifier section, ADSR, and we're going to build that. I'm going to build it in a way that kind of makes sense to me. So I'm going to find a little free area down here, right click, type in ADSR. This is a modulated ADSR. Super fun. So I want the gate to come in and tell the ADSR what to do. And I'll hit notes. Nothing's happening because I actually need to connect things, but we're getting the basic theory down. So the output envelope is going to be modulating something. I can modulate the mixer section, but I want to keep this kind of tidy. And if I remember, there's a linear gain knob in here. Boom. So we have this right here. We have our input modulation, which will be the output envelope from the ADSR. We'll just put that in there. This will all become clear in a sec. And then our output signal from our oscillator will go into the input, right? Going into here. And then the altered output will go into signal 1 into the mixer to keep it nice and tidy, and that goes out to output 1 and 2, left and right. So let's give it a try. It's going to continue to play. I'll bring the volume down. I forgot to do that. It's going to continue to play. And then we'll just bring the mod amount up. There's like 20 ways to do this. But that's just how I do it in these kind of environments. So yeah, we have an ADSR. We hit a note, and actually, holy crap, you can actually see it. Check this out. So if you hit T again, you can see these green readouts. You could change the color. But yeah, you see the gate on and off, the Boolean output of that going into the ADSR. You can see it's receiving. And then you can see the output here. You can increase the release as well. Right, see that? See, it's not a linear release, which is pretty dope. That's going into the modulation of the gain, and the oscillator is free running. The output of the oscillator is going into the input of the basic gain knob, which I'm using as an amplifier envelope. So that's pretty cool, I think. Super fun. What else can we do? Well, we can do a lot. You know, like look at all this real estate. We could just go crazy, and we're only limited by our ideas and our processing power. And this is pretty easy on the processing for what's going on here. And what's really cool is there's visual readouts of everything. And this is similar to like Unreal Engine. You can actually monitor and see the signal path as it goes along. But yeah, let's do some other stuff. So what do we need now? What we need now, I should say, is let's just keep this nice and tidy. So we have our amplifier section down here, our oscillator section up here. Let's get a filter going on. So I'll right click and then go filter, filter modulated, right? So we'll just do some quick rerouting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect this. No, wait, I'm not going to disconnect that. I'm going to disconnect this, boom, from the mixer. And then I'm going to have the output, which is effectively split. And I'll go to the input of the filter here. And then I'll have the, I'll just find out where it is. I'm still getting used to this. What we have here, the low pass output will go into the input signal here. So what does this sound like? All right, that's pretty cool. And that is our the filter. So let's do a little bit of screen real estate. Oops, situations here. Select. A little bit tricky to select everything, but yeah. So this is our filter section now. So you can actually see the signal path, MIDI to oscillator, single oscillator. You can have as many as you want. To ADSR, which is controlling the gain, which is the oscillator is being fed into it, and then the output is being sent to the filter, and the filter low pass output is going to the mixer, which is basically our output. So let's modulate the cutoff. So let's build an LFO section for the filter. So I'll right click and I'll go, let's go, oops, LFO multi. This is a multi LFO, and I want the output signal, because I believe this is free running. I've actually never used this. So the output signal would be output frequency going into the cutoff modulator. And then we'll have the cutoff modulation. Not really doing much of anything. And why is that? Oh, that is because the velocity modulator It doesn't have anything in it, so I want a constant value for now. So let's go constant, right? Constant value, I'll have 1, which is a floating point, I hope. That'll go into the 1 there. What is going on here? The frequency modulation in hertz. Maybe I need, you know what, I'm going to redo this. This is the fun part. You kind of figure things out. I just want a simple LFO, actually. I'm going to break this down. Oh, let's go oscillator. We'll go LFO sine. So, okay, this is a little bit easier for me. So the output signal will go to the cutoff modulator. And so the frequency in hertz, let's go constant. Another constant. All right, so I'm building it. So I want the constant to be, I guess, 1. The frequency, if they have a knob, I'm gonna be so happy. They do have a knob. Okay, this is a knob, and I want the value to go into the frequency, and I want the... Okay, so you can have a value between 0 and whatever you want. Let's go 10 hertz. Maybe the constant value needs to be more. Oh, Windows is freaking out. Okay, there we go. So the constant value we have the frequency, but it actually needs an amplitude multiplier for it to actually be wiggly, and we can confirm this. Cool. All right, so let me get rid of that, and I want an actual knob as well. So I'm going to use knobs from now on because the more knobs, the better. So that'll be like that. All right, maybe a value between 0 and 200. This is controlling the amount, or the amplitude, and this is controlling the frequency. We can see that and verify that there. That is pretty cool. And those, yeah, this is our filter section, which is pretty dope. Let's go P. Oh, we can also modulate the resonance as well. Let's get another ADSR. An ADSR for the filter. Let's just get adventurous here. Yeah, modulated ADSR. And let's get a gate right here. Gate will tell ADSR what to do, and then the output envelope we'll have in the C mod. So we'll look at our output. So why is that not working? It's obviously something that I'm doing. The output envelope. Maybe this needs to be multiplied. That might be it. Multi. No. Let's go multi. So we'll do that. Just to give it more, I guess. And then go constant. Give it a value of 200. Windows doesn't like it when I press. There we go. So yeah, I got a multi there, so I need to like multiply the output with a constant. Right, and there's that. Oh, we can do some cool stuff with the resonance modulator. Maybe turn the amount down. That's cool. Turn that down a little bit. And yeah, this is the basic synth that we have. So what can you do from here? Well, let's see. This oscillator has a number of things going on with it that we can input. So let's go another oscillator. So we got oscillator sine, and we'll go note pitch. Oscillator sine will have the output to pitch modulation. So we need the velocity. Nope. Wait. Yeah, we need gate. The amplitude, maybe. Can we copy and paste? Yes, we can. The amplitude. So MIDI pitch. Maybe amplitude is the output signal there. So this is very useful. Oh, yeah. Pitch. Yeah, we'll take that on. Wow. Okay, let's get another constant or a knob here, just so we have more control. Get some like weird frequency stuff. Wow. And that is for the pulse stuff, or the pitch modulation. I forgot there was the amplifier here. And yeah, holy crap. All right, so I don't know. That's a basic quick exploration of Alpha Forever. You can do all sorts of other stuff. It's just fun to kind of click around. There's quite a few presets as well, and maybe I'll get into some more, I guess, experimental stuff as I figure this out. And yeah, a whole bunch of stuff here. We can convert pitch to hertz, hertz to pitch. A whole bunch of LFOs. We can actually build, your own LFOs, mixers, and your different amplifiers, different filters, envelope followers, delay and reverb, comb, all pass, chorus effects, soft clip, which is pretty neat, which would tie in well to a filter if you want to drive it. And then you have your analyzing. You can extract MIDI CC values, things like that, controllers, which, I briefly touched on, and then you have your mathematical stuff, which, I don't really know a whole lot about, but I can kind of wrestle my way through there. You can do stuff with math And math is fun. And any one of these values can be connected to other values. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, can you build a sequencer? Maybe you can, using some math and stuff, but you never know. Maybe there might be an update in a couple weeks or days or months that will allow things to happen. And that's just a basic kind of Toys R Us synth that we built. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned stuff. Take care and have a good one.